Mayong adlaw mga amigo, my name is MJ or Moon and welcome back to my channel. Wow, I have been missing from YouTube for like a year, more than a year, and it's because I was studying for my CPA board exam. And I have recently became a CPA this year, so yes, I'm so happy about it. And today we are going to talk about the things that we should leave as readers back in 2025. The very first thing that we should leave is that treating reading as a competition. Every year, there is a discourse going on online about the amount of books a person has read in a year. And most of the time, the people who are under fire are those readers that have read more than 100 books a year. And all I can say is that we should stop with the policing because it clearly stems from unhealthy comparisons and competition. Reading is not a contest, it is a self enrichment activity so personalized because most of the books that we are choosing to read are books that are based on our personal experiences, our personal likes and interests. And reading, again, is not a competition. So we should live it in 2025. The second thing that we should leave at 2025 is the cancel culture within the book community. Now, this is something that I am guilty before, which is persecuting someone because they have different opinions than mine in terms of books under the guise of education. And I apologize for that because from what I have reflected recently when I stopped using social media. Usually, this education is not education at all. It is usually dogpiling and downright bullying because if one's true intention is to educate someone, we should have reached out privately. In addition, if the said person has not listened, perhaps it's because of the differences of opinions, which is a very hard pill to swallow, most especially by the people in the internet. Because, of course, despite our advancements in society, despite our technology, we still have this village like mentality in which we think that our thoughts and opinions should adhere with the crowds or the majority of people. But the world is a big place, and the people within the book community are located in the different parts of the globe. So, with that alone, we should expect that our opinions differ from each other because we have different cultures, we have different religions, we have different backgrounds, we have different families. So, we should expect that opinions are different from each other. Also, different opinions are important so that we can have a conversation. What a boring place we live in if we think and talk the same. The third thing that we should do this 2026 is to try and minimize book buying. Now, I am guilty with this one. As you can see in my background, I have a lot of books. So clearly, I don't minimize book buying. This also applies to me, actually. And also for this one, I am not talking about the people who are just building their bookshelves, the people who are just discovering their love for reading or just rekindling their love for reading after so many years. I am talking about the people who are buying extra editions of books, like me, as you can see in the background. Look, I get it. The world is already hard, and who am I to police people in using their own money? Because, of course, they worked hard for it, and usually retail therapy is very important for one's well being. However, with our world facing a crisis on climate change, I think it is important to be hyper aware about the things that we buy, whether they add necessary value to our life or unnecessary junk. This also applies to me, and I think I'm going to apply it this year because last year, where I have stopped reading books and is studying for the boards, I have went all out and buy books. Yeah. The fourth thing that we should leave in 2025 is feeling the pressure to read popular books. Look, I get it. Most especially if you make content, there is this pressure to stay relevant. And to stay relevant in the book community, it is expected that one should read popular books. However, let me tell you, such pressure should be left back in 2025. Reading, again, should be a fun activity. It is not something that should add pressure. Read the books that you want. Life is too short to adhere with what other people are reading. Most especially that the book community online, most of the people here read YA. And if you don't like YA, you should stop reading YA and just read the books that you want. Life is too short. Time is too important. Time is gold. basically. Use your time wisely. And the last one that we should leave back in 2025 is not doing book reviews about the books that we have read. I know this is such a contradictory statement when I'm talking about not feeling pressured, but book reviews is such a great gift to yourself, not others. It will help you gather your thoughts in a concise manner, and it will also help you in retaining the things that you have read from a book. And also, this is to minimize the phrase that the book is great, but I have not remembered anything from it, which I think is a sad, sad thing. So, those are the things that I think we should leave in 2025 as readers. If you have any thoughts, please comment it down below, and I hope I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.